And now let's discuss technology, which is at the foundation of every development. These days, Nigeria's technology sector is no longer news, or substantial growth is what has been recorded. And we've seen, for instance, that data consumption has nearly doubled in 2 years. And this is fueled by increased adoption of smartphones, adoption and expansion of digital services. E-commerce comes up at the top of that, and this has also spread to health as well as manufacturing. Let's find out the trend when it comes to technology adoption and also its development in the country. And we're doing this with the Group Managing Director of ITH Holdings. He's also the President of CIO Club Africa, Mr. Olusegun Dada. Mr. Dada, good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, and thank you for having me.
Good to have you. So what would you say, or how would you describe the trend, technology trend in the country? Everybody's using technology, but let's come home, domestic. We often preach the message of innovating to solve domestic concerns or challenges at this time. Of course, technology is at the fore of that. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. How would you describe the trend, of technology in Nigeria, technology adoption and development in Nigeria?
Okay, thank you. Regarding technology adoption, I would say this has really grown massively over the years. Looking at where we were, for instance, 20 years ago, we could say back then, even starting from the fintech environment, where banking services were being done, and comparing it to where it is today, it has really improved. Today, you could see a lot of people, even from the urban and rural area, carrying out a lot of financial transactions without going to the bank. Today, you could see people even opening up accounts, checking their bank statement, doing a lot of wonderful things around that space. Apart from that, also, too, you mentioned around e-commerce. Look at e-commerce today. Each and every one of us, you want to buy any type of item, you can easily just go online, go to Konga, go to Jumia, and can be able to purchase anything you need and have it delivered to you. Again, all of these things has been based on a lot of various policies and things we've seen from both government, private sector, investment that has been done, which has helped to grow the trust, which has also helped to grow the belief of people around technology.
So talking about government policies, we've seen the establishment of the National Information Technology Development Agencies. We know they have been really busy, especially regulating that space. I heard a lot about them when it comes to data privacy. We also have the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEC, that has been on even before the talk around technology. How impactful are they in this technology space?
I would say it has been very impactful. For instance, looking at NIDA with the policy or the mandate to regulate, develop, and also drive ICT adoption in Nigeria. You can say that, yes, this is really being done with a lot of various policies, even starting from the Nigeria Data Protection, which was rolled out in 2019. This has really helped a lot of stakeholders, especially individuals, to give trust to our ICT and digital economy drive. Because with this, everyone has the understanding that, yes, their data is protected. They have an understanding that necessary security and policies and frameworks are in place around that. Also, you could also see a lot of things around setting the right guidelines even for startup, even for entrepreneurs, to ensure that they can be able to also strive. And you can also see a lot of things that NIDA has been doing when it comes to training, empowerment. For instance, the 3 million talents, the technical talent program, which has also helped in generating a lot of skill acquisition within the country. And talking about the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, they've also done quite a lot since inception, which was launched in 2016. And some of the things they've done, which you could see, even starting from the CAC system that has been fully digitalized, and also looking at around even tax filing, looking at visa processing, there is a whole lot that has been done, and a lot of these things has also helped even investors' confidence within our economy and also in this sector in a nutshell.
But I mean, in spite of this, we still have the issue of infrastructural deficits. That is a drawback in all of this. We know it cannot be covered in, a day or so, but do you see intentional effort to maybe accelerate the spread or penetration of internet, apart from what the private sector is doing? The major infrastructure obviously comes from the government. NCC, although, has been complaining of vandalism of their infrastructure, and that, of course, is another hurdle to handle.
Yes, when it comes to Nigeria, yes, we agree that there are still challenges, and infrastructure really is one of the major problems. But we could also see a lot of efforts that the government is also trying to put in place at this moment. Also, even looking at it with partnership with various private sector in trying to improve the infrastructure. For instance, you can see the telecoms system even upgrading their various technology infrastructure in ensuring that it can be able to accommodate more users and provide efficient and wonderful services. Not just also that, too, even around various aspects, starting from roads, starting from electricity, and these are really these are critical infrastructures that are needed to get the economy growing. But we can also see the lot of effort that is being put in place. And like you said,
and we see a report says that the infrastructural gap is about $1.6 trillion. I wonder when we can cover that kind of gap. $1.6 trillion, that's a lot of money.
Okay, so yes, it's a whole lot, but I'm also confident with how we are also growing as a country, because the level of revenue we are also generating, the level of investment we are also getting. For instance, you can see a lot of investors coming in, even with the frameworks and the enabling environment the government is putting in place right now. A lot of investors is coming in more to invest because they believe right now that, okay, they can be able to invest and also get the confidence to be able to even recoup back their money at the long run. For instance, you could see what the government has done when it comes to the FX issues, which has affected a whole lot over the past couple of years, even reduced the investors' trust in the economy. But with this, I see a lot of changes, and I can see the light at the tunnel in the next couple of years.
And they say, I mean, we shouldn't look at challenges as challenges. They're actually opportunities for investors and investment and entrepreneurs. What are the opportunities that, all we have discussed, the good, the bad, the not so good, the ugly? What opportunities do they present to entrepreneurs? What are some of those?
Okay, looking at it from opportunities perspective, like you rightly said, I'm really excited by them, because with the right policies, with the right talent, and also innovation, and also putting together the proper execution, I believe Nigeria as a whole can become the undisputed hub for digital economy in Africa, at least not just in West Africa, but in Africa. And for entrepreneurs as a whole, the opportunity creates room for us to be able to solve problems, real problems, and not just copying Silicon Valley, but solving real problems that applies to us, for someone staying in Aba, for someone staying in Jos, someone in Lagos. Because like you rightly mentioned, even e-commerce today, we are just still scratching the surface. We still have a lot of these things not still being adopted fully in the rural areas, which also some of these things are due to infrastructural challenges. And as that also grows with the level of investment we are having, we see a lot of opportunities for entrepreneurs to take advantage on.
What sectors do you think will be the most juicy at this time?
Wow, that is a dicey question, trust me, that's a dicey question. But I can still tell you today that technology is still evolving, and we are just scratching the face. For instance, there's a lot to be done from the government perspective when it comes to technology, incorporating all of our data together, putting up a digitalized environment that can be able to provide a secure environment for each and everyone. So I still see technology still evolving as the day goes by.
All right, thank you so much for your time this morning, Mr. Olusegun Dada, the Group Managing Director of ITH Holdings, and also the President of CIO Club Africa.
Thank you very much. Thank you.